Good morning, all of you. So, here we were discussing in the previous lecture the different mechanisms. We discussed the different mechanisms, that is, the SN1 reaction, SN2 reaction, and lastly, we have discussed the substitution nucleophilic internal, the reaction and mechanism. Now, we are supposed to study the elimination versus substitution of the reaction. Now, what is the difference between the elimination and substitution reactions? How they compete with each other? Why they compete with each other? Now, if you see the basic requirements of both the types of reactions, that is elimination and substitution, what are the common things? It requires a substrate, it requires a substrate, and this substrate must be with a good living group, must be with a good living group. This is the first condition. So the good living group must be present. Then it needs a reagent and a reagent. And this reagent should be should be basic or nucleophilic. Basic and nucleophilic. Not only basic or nucleo, but it is basic and nucleophilic in nature. Means these are the conditions which are common for both the reactions, and that's why there is competition whether the reaction will give substitution product or it will give the elimination product. Means both are competing in the same reaction, and so the elimination reactions are of two types. That is and substitution means that is SN1 versus and SN2 versus bimolecular reactions. That is, now we are just from the mechanism. The substrate it acts as a nucleophile, it acts as a base. So, what is the basic difference? We discussed in the last lecture that when the reagent, when the reagent acts as a base, acts as a base, it abstracts proton, and reaction and brings about elimination reaction. And if the reagent acts as a nucleophile, acts as a nucleophile, it attacks the alpha carbon from backside, from backside, and gives substitution reaction, and gives substitution reaction. So this can be well explained by the example where, suppose we will see here that this is the substrate molecule containing a good living group, and here there is a proton. So this is your alkyl halide, and this alkyl halide is having a presence of a leaving group, and so this carbon which contains leaving group is termed as your alpha, which contains a proton is termed as your beta. And so here, if it acts as a base, means it will donate the electron pair to proton, and when it donates the electron pair to the proton, proton gives the electron pair to this carbon and forms a double bond, and the leaving group is eliminated. And so this gives you E2 mechanism, and the reagent acts as a base, and the product obtained is your alkene, and that is the elimination product. But if the in a reaction, if the same type of substrate that is having a good leaving group, and this is the carbon with alpha, this is beta containing a hydrogen, and here if the reagent B donates the electron pair, and instead it donates the electron pair to the carbon from the backside, and the leaving group is given out, and so here this alkyl halide gives you this substitution nucleophilic bimolecular, and here it is the nucleophilic substitution. Reagent acts as a nucleophile, and you get the product, that is HC base, or sorry, this is the nucleophile, it is B, means acting, donating the electron pair to the atom other than proton, and so this is your substitution product. So in this way, here the E2 and SN2 are competing with each other. Then if you see the structure, if you see the structure of the substrate, of the substrate, structure of the substrate, means here the structures may be your primary alkyl halide, or a secondary alkyl halide, or a tertiary alkyl halide, or a methyl halide. And so the substitution and eliminations for the alkyl halides, that is primary, secondary and tertiary, it's equal to, if it is primary, secondary and tertiary, the rate of elimination reaction goes on increasing. The rate of elimination reaction increases, that is for E2 mechanism, means when it changes from primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary. But for substitution, the rate of reaction increases from tertiary to secondary, secondary to primary, means substitution is more favorable when the backside attack of the nucleophile will take place, where there is less steric hindrance, means the molecule must not be, the substrate must not be crowded, and so the rate of SN2 reaction decreases from primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, or we can say it increases from tertiary to secondary, secondary to primary substrate. And so here if you see the examples of the molecules, that is your butyl bromide, butyl bromide, then the isobutyl bromide, that is CH3CH2CHBr, means the bromine atom is attached to the secondary carbon atom, or you can say if it is tertiary butyl bromide, the which reaction will be giving what type of product. So the here percent elimination will go on increasing from primary to secondary, means from if it is the primary molecule, the percentage of elimination reaction will be less. In secondary it will increase the elimination, and in tertiary molecule you will get 90% production with product with elimination, and percent of substitution is reverse, whereas here the 90% will be obtained, the 90% substitution reaction will be obtained when the molecule, substrate molecule is primary, or it decreases from primary to secondary, and from secondary to tertiary it again the decreases the ratio of the product. And so in this way the structure of the substrate is considered for the it plays the role in this way. And so in the next step, so it's the stability of alkene obtained, stability of alkene formed, means if the substrate is a molecule, if the substrate contains a tendency to form a more substituted alkene, if the substrate tends to form more substituted alkene, then elimination reaction is favored over substitution reaction. So how we can consider this thing, that is the stability of alkene formed. So here if you just see that the example of ethyl bromide, and if this molecule is allowed to react with ethoxide ion, ETO minus, here a simple alkene is going to be obtained, that is CH2 double bond CH2, and if it gives substitution reaction you are going to get the product, that is CH2 CH3 CH2Br, that is the, sorry, not it is ethoxy ethane, it is ethoxy ethane, ethoxy ethane, means this is the substitution product. Here it is the substitution product, and here substitution product is obtained, it's 99%, and elimination product, that is ethene, is obtained as a only 1% product, because this alkene is not at all stabilized, because there is no presence of the substituents on the doubly bonded carbon atoms. But in the same way, if you treat the another molecule, that is the 2-phenyl ethyl bromide, 2-phenyl ethyl bromide, 2-phenyl ethyl bromide. Now, depending upon the structure of the substrate, here if the same reagent is used, that is the ethoxide ion, here this is primary carbon, the halogen is attached to the primary carbon, so it is considered that it will favor substitution reaction. But the substrate, the structure of the substrate is such that it will give the stability to the alkene which is going to be formed in this reaction, that is the styrene. And here if you see the substitution product, it is just 5%, that is the 2-phenyl ethoxyethane, 2-phenyl ethoxyethane, which is a substitution product, is obtained only 5%, whereas the elimination product is 95%. Means the structure of the substrate plays an important role in the deciding whether the reaction will proceed by elimination or substitution mechanism. And so again, the third thing that we want to consider, the first we have seen the structure of the substrate, then the second, that is the stability of alkenes which is formed in the as a product, or the structure of the substrate, whether it gives the more stable product or unstable product. If it gives more stable product, elimination is favored. Then the nature of leaving group. So for this reaction, that is the elimination reaction and substitution reaction, we see that the a good leaving group promotes both substitution and elimination reactions. But a highly crowded leaving group means as the size of the leaving group increases, elimination reaction is more favorable over substitution reactions. And so the types of the leaving groups like NMA3, that is the trimethylamine, is which is more bulky or the size is bigger, then the dimethyl sulfonium ion as a living group, or the bromine, or the OTS. So that is the tosylate. Tosylate. So as the size of the living group goes on decreasing, the ability of the living group goes on order of the living group. This is the order of the living group. As the size goes on decreasing, the substitution is more favorable. Means size bulky groups or size of living group size of living group is bigger, elimination is favorable over substitution. And so here the elimination goes on decreasing. The rate of elimination reaction means the elimination product will go on decreasing, and the substitution product will go on increasing, or the reaction will tend to give you the substitution reaction from left to the right. So this is all regarding your living group. Then the nature of the solvent. The nature of the solvent, that is the polarity of the solvent. So if you study the transition states of the elimination and the transition state of the substitution reaction, we can see that the charge is more dispersed in the elimination transition state than the substitution. And so decrease in decrease in solvent polarity, solvent polarity decrease in solvent polarity favors elimination reaction, favors elimination reaction over the substitution reaction. And so here we can conclude with the solvent polarity. And the last but not the least, that is the temperature. As the temperature of the reaction goes on increasing, the elimination reaction is more favorable over substitution reaction. Elimination is at higher temperatures, at higher temperatures, at higher temperature, elimination is favorable than substitution, favorable than substitution. So here the simple example is that CH3Br, CH3CHBr, that is the 2-bromopropane. The 2-bromopropane on reaction with NaOH. Here this is the alpha carbon, this is beta, and here it can give both the types of products, that is suppose CH3 plus, here you can get a substitution product, that is OH and CH3. If the reaction at 45 degrees Celsius is carried out, means at a lower temperature, you get less elimination and more substitution. Whereas at 100 degrees Celsius, elimination rate of elimination reaction is 65%, or it gives 65% product and 35% substitution product. And so the as the temperature of the reaction increases, elimination is more favorable than the substitution reaction. So in this way we can again compare with the SN1 and SN2 mechanisms, SN1 and SN2 mechanisms. So thank you very much. We will discuss it in the next lecture.